Hey guys, what's up? This is Rocco's Fish. We are back with another video. Um, I just want to say if you haven't seen the last video, I recommend you go check it out. And um, it's about Molly Care. And this episode, the second one, we're going to be talking about how to actually breed your Mollies if you're interested in that. But yeah, I would recommend just checking out the last video because that's all about Molly Care and basically just how to take care of them. Before we start the video, I just want to let you guys know that if you like the video, hit the notification bell and subscribe. And just remember, subscribing is free and doesn't cost you anything. And you could always unsubscribe, and it helps me out a lot. So, if you subscribe, it'll be one step closer to hitting my dream for the channel, which is 1,000 subscribers. So yeah, why don't you just subscribe? Alright, now let's get on to the video. So, if you want to breed your mollies, I would recommend you keep them just in a tank with only their species, maybe with some loaches or some plecos, because they probably wouldn't interfere with the breeding whatsoever. And I would also recommend, maybe, you don't have to, but you could put them in a separate breeding tank. But you don't really have to. It's just a recommendation. I mean, I keep mine in a public community tank, and it's basically all of the fish you see in here are basically all fry that still need to grow up just a little bit bigger. But soon I think I might be taking the golden mollies out. But as I was saying, you don't need a separate breeding tank for these guys. They're not like other fish. They'll basically breed on their own, so they don't need any specific temperatures or anything like that. But yeah, I would also probably recommend keeping like a 2 or a 5 gallon tank to actually have the fry, but we'll go over all of that stuff in the next episode. For plants, you don't really need anything. It's just, I would actually highly recommend you keep something at the top, because something you might not know about the fry is that healthy fry, and they don't have to be healthy, but most healthy fry go to the top, immediately to the top of the tank, and swim at the top, which is convenient for us fish keepers and fish breeders, so that we'll be able to net them up easier and put them in a separate tank way much easier. And what I found that happened was, if you see from some of my last videos, I wasn't that skilled in breeding, but once I got actually the black velvet mollies, I had a huge batch of them. I had like 50 of them. There's so many in the separate fry tank that I have. And I'll actually let you guys see that tank in the next video. But as I was saying, I would highly recommend you keep plants at the top, because the fry swim up to the top, but I found in some cases that they do swim to the bottom if there's not enough at the top. Like, when I mean at the top, I mean like grass or just something at the top that would keep them alive, just until you can get them and put them in a separate tank. But yeah, eventually they do go like into the bottom grass or somewhere where they basically can hide from any predators or something that wants to eat them, which is highly likely. But yeah, I would just recommend keeping a lot of plants, a lot of foliage, but for mollies, enough where they can swim around, because they get stressed if they don't have enough room to swim. So I would actually kind of recommend you keep some plants in the corners like I have, and keep plants up top, some at the bottom. Just kind of make the tank feel like a river, in a sense. So if you want to tell if your molly is male or female, and this goes for most other fish, maybe besides most cichlids, and like Jack Dempsey's, yellowheads, a lot of other cichlids, it is like most of the time for live bearers, the bottom fin, which I'm not 100% sure what fin it's called. I think it's the anal fin, but at the anal fin, if it's more of a triangle-like type of fin, then it's most likely a female, unless they haven't matured yet. So I would actually, if you're going to look at your fish and your mollies and make sure that they're male and female, so like separate their genders, I would just probably make sure that they're mature. But as I was saying, if they're like triangle, if their anal fin is more of a triangle shape, that means that they're female. And then if their anal fin more looks like a hole, or just like a really long fin, then it's most likely a male. And next video I'll go over some some of the things about the fry and their maturity and when they get mature and stuff like that. But for this video, I'm gonna hold off on that. And so just to separate the genders, I would just recommend to wait till they're mature enough, and then just remember that the ones that are triangle are females, and then the anal fins that are more of like a pole shape or like a stick almost are more likely a male. Now, tank mates for these guys, it's pretty easy now that I think about it. You basically, for breeding mollies, you really don't need too many tank mates. I would recommend keeping it just either the the mollies. I would keep the species together. You could have different types of mollies, and that's fine. Just make sure that they're actually mollies, because for some fish, crossbreeding could happen, which I'll go over in the next video. But crossbreeding is not likely in mollies. They can only crossbreed with stuff like swordtail. And even when they crossbreed, the fry that they have won't be able to actually breed. They'll be unable to breed, which is really good for people who want like a show fish to either sell or something they don't want to breed. But if you're not wanting to breed mollies, I highly doubt you wouldn't be watching this video. But yeah, I would just recommend maybe like keeping all the tank mates in a separate tank, but then keeping the molly species and only the molly species in the tank. But you could have stuff like loaches, snails, like bottom feeders. You can have stuff like that. I pretty much doubt that they would be able to eat the fry or go after the fry or anything like that. How you can tell, for me, how you can tell your molly is pregnant is that if you look at the female molly's like butt, you would be able to see like a white dot, and that like represents in the sense that they're fertilized, and they're like having eggs inside them, because how it works is that the male molly fertilizes them, like the eggs inside her, and then she could have anywhere between 50 and like 200 eggs in there, but only like not a few, but only like 75% are going to actually survive. I don't know 100% why, but only like 75% survive like in the egg, probably because of fungus. And as I was saying, to recognize that your female molly is pregnant, it will have a white dot at her butt, and then she'll also have a much rounded stomach. Actually, how you could tell your molly is either just fat or pregnant is that the fat ones would have more rounder stomach, while the females would have more of like a trapezoid kind of stomach, if you will, and you would be able to tell because it's like the front is much more flat, and then it kind of like stops a little bit and then gets flat. But yeah, the fat mollies, just fat. They're not pregnant. They're just fat. Will have more of like a rounded belly, almost like they ate like a bowling ball, or like almost like they ate like a something that. So basically something big. You get what I mean, but yeah, just remember that the females, if they're pregnant, they have more of a trapezoid sort of like stomach or body. And that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell. And just remember, subscribing is free. It doesn't cost you or me anything, and it helps me out a lot. And just remember, if you want to accomplish my dream for this channel, get 1,000 subscribers. If you subscribe, it'll be one more step in that direction. But as I was saying, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.